My wife demanded I give my inherited house to her sister because she needs it more. I said, that's not happening. She threatened divorce. So I granted it. The look on her face when she realized she lost me and access to the house. I, 36 male, inherited my grandparents' house about 2 years back. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, nothing fancy but completely paid off. The real value, though? My grandfather was a master carpenter. Built most of the furniture himself. There's this dining table he made from a single oak tree that fell on their property back in the 70s. Took him 6 months. Thing seats 12 people and doesn't have a single nail in it. All joinery. Worth more than the house itself to the right buyer. Been married to my wife, 34, for 5 years. We rent an apartment because when I inherited the place, we decided to keep it as a rental property. Good tenants, nice older couple. Rent covers the property taxes and insurance with some left over. My wife seemed cool with it. We'd talked about maybe moving in eventually, but there was no rush. Then last week happened. She comes home from lunch with her sister, and immediately I know something's up. She's got that look. You know the one. I'm about to ask for something unreasonable and already decided you're the bad guy if you say no look. We need to talk about the house. Me, what about it? Her, my sister's lease is up next month. Rent is insane right now. I think we should let her live there. The tenants have like 8 months left on their lease. After that then? Maybe. She'd have to pay rent though. We can't just let someone live there free. Her face changed. She's family. She shouldn't have to pay. Babe, the property taxes alone are $4 grand a year, plus insurance, maintenance, repairs. The rental income covers that. Her, so she pays the property tax. That's way less than market rent. Me, that's not how this works, and honestly, mixing family and landlord stuff is a bad idea. She got this look, cold. I think you should just give her the house. I literally laughed, thought it was a joke. Give her the house? My inheritance? Her, she needs it. We don't. We have our apartment. She's drowning in debt, barely making ends meet. That's what family does. They help. Help is offering to help her budget. Maybe spotting her some cash if she's short on rent. Not giving away a $300,000 asset. It's just sitting there. You're hoarding a whole house while my sister struggles. I'm not hoarding anything. It's generating income for our future. Or did you forget the plan to eventually sell it and use the money for a down payment on our own place? Plans change. My sister is family. If you really loved me, you'd want to help her. The manipulation was thick. Real thick. Then she dropped it. If you won't do this, maybe we need to reconsider this marriage. I just stared at her. Did you seriously just threaten divorce? I'm saying if you're this selfish, I don't know if I can be with someone like that. Something just clicked in my head. Like a switch. Me, okay. Okay, what? Me, okay, let's get divorced. Her face went white. What? You threatened divorce? I accept. If that's really how you feel, we're done. Her, wait, I didn't mean. Me, nah, you meant it. You just didn't think I'd agree. I'm not giving away my grandparents' house. If that ends our marriage, then it ends. She started backpedaling hard. Said she was emotional, didn't mean it. I was overreacting. But I was done. Told her I needed space and left. Stayed at the house that night. That was 5 days ago. My phone's been blowing up since. Her sister texted me, "You're a selfish piece of garbage. I can't believe my sister married someone so heartless. You're ruining my life." Like what? We've met maybe 10 times. But I'm ruining her life because I won't give her my house. Her mom called and left this insane voicemail about how I'm tearing the family apart and, "What would your grandparents think of you being so greedy?" You know what my grandparents would think? They'd think they were right to leave the house specifically to me in their will. Not to me and my future spouse. To me. My wife keeps alternating between apologizing and getting mad that I'm taking this too far. Her latest text was, "We need to talk. I love you. Maybe we can work something out with my sister." Work something out. She's still on that. Called a divorce lawyer yesterday. Consultations tomorrow. Am I crazy here? Like I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Who demands someone give away their inheritance and then acts shocked when there are consequences. Update 1. Holy hell, this exploded fast, and not in a good way. Went to the lawyer consultation. She looked over everything. The deed, the will, Our rental lease, bank statements, all of it. Lawyer, the house is solely your separate property. Inherited assets don't become marital property in this state unless you've significantly commingled funds or added her name to the deed. Did you? Never. The rental income goes into a separate account I opened just for the property. Everything house-related comes out of that account. Perfect. She has zero legal claim to that house. What about everything else? Anything acquired during the marriage gets split. Retirement accounts, savings, vehicles if they're jointly owned. And you'll likely owe some spousal support since there's an income disparity. How much does she make? Me? She works part-time at a boutique. Brings home maybe $1,800 a month. The lawyer nodded. You're looking at probably 18 to 24 months of support. Maybe $1,000 a month, give or take. But the house is protected. Filed the next day. Had her served at work. The absolute meltdown that followed was spectacular. She called me screaming. You filed? For real? Me, you threatened divorce, I'm following through. Her, I didn't actually mean it. You were supposed to realize you were wrong. I'm not wrong. You demanded I give away my inheritance. I said no. You threatened divorce. Here we are. This is insane. Over a house. Me, yeah. Your ultimatum, your consequences. My sister needs that house. She's going to be homeless. Still on about the sister. Still. Me, your sister needs to figure out her finances, not my problem. I can't believe you're doing this after everything we've been through. After everything? We've been through 5 years. Your sister's been through bad credit and worse decisions, not the same. Hung up, blocked her number except for email. Then her family went into overdrive. Her sister showed up at my workplace. Yeah, at my job. Security had to remove her from the building after she started yelling in the lobby about how I'm a selfish bastard and I owe her because that's what family does. My boss called me in after. You alright? What was that about? Me, getting divorced. Ex's sister thinks I should give her my inherited house. She thinks you should give her a house? Yep. And when you said no, your wife threatened divorce? Bingo. Boss just shook his head. Some people, man. You need any time off? Nah, work's actually a good distraction right now. Then her mom called my mom. Big mistake. My mom is protective as hell and doesn't do emotional manipulation. She told her mom, and I quote, "Your daughter tried to bully my son into giving away his inheritance to her entitled sister. Now she's mad there are consequences. She can kick rocks." Her mom apparently started crying about how I was destroying her daughter. My mom, your daughter destroyed her own marriage when she chose her sister over her husband, then hung up on her. That's my mom right there. But it got worse. Way worse. Her dad called me. He's usually the reasonable one. Son, I know you're angry, but my daughter loves you. Can't you two work this out? Me, sir, she threatened to divorce me if I didn't give away my house. To her sister. There's nothing to work out. She was just trying to help family. You know how close those two are. Me, I do. And apparently I'm not family enough to factor into that equation. The house is just property. Your marriage should matter more. Me, that house is my grandparents' legacy. They left it to me specifically. If my wife can't respect that, then no, the marriage doesn't matter more. You're being stubborn. I'm being realistic. She showed me where her priorities are. I believe her. He sighed. You'll regret this. Maybe, but I'll have a house and my dignity. Then came the absolute cherry on top. The tenants called me freaking out. My wife's sister showed up at the house, tried to get inside, told them they needed to start packing because she was moving in next month. I immediately called my lawyer. She fired off a cease and desist to the sister for harassment and trespassing. Also sent the tenants a letter confirming their lease was solid and to call the cops if she showed up again. My wife sent an email through her lawyer. Client requests mediation to explore reconciliation options. My lawyer's response. Client declines. Divorce proceedings continue. Discovery starts next week. Found out my wife hired some budget attorney who apparently already sent over a demand letter claiming she's entitled to compensation for emotional labor contributed to property maintenance. My lawyer literally laughed out loud reading it. This is going to be a ride. Update 2. Alright, buckle up because the entitlement reached levels I didn't think were possible. Discovery happened. My wife's attorney tried to claim she had a stake in the house because she contributed to its upkeep and maintenance during our marriage. Their evidence: receipts for cleaning supplies that were for our apartment, not the rental. Photos of her at the house during the initial tenant walkthrough. Text messages where she gave opinions on which tenants to accept. A list of improvements she suggested that were never done. My lawyer pulled out bank statements showing rental income never touched our joint account. The deed showing only my name. Property tax payment records from my separate account. Maintenance receipts with only my signature. The actual will judge took about 5 minutes to shut that down. Told her attorney the claim was without merit and borderline frivolous. My wife looked like she wanted to disappear. Her attorney looked pissed. But then things got nuclear. Her sister posted on social media. One of our mutual friends screenshot it and sent it to me. Can't believe there are people who inherit houses and refuse to help family in need. My sister's STBXH would literally rather see me homeless than be a decent human. But I guess money matters more than people. Anyone know a good lawyer? Need to explore my options. The comments were wild. Half the people were like, "Girl, it's his inheritance." And the other half were acting like I was kicking puppies. One person wrote, "Maybe get your finances together instead of begging for handouts." Her response: "He married into this family. That makes the house partially ours. Family helps family." Screenshot went straight to my lawyer. She added it to our file documenting the harassment. But here's where it gets really good. My wife had been staying in our apartment. Lease was in both our names. She couldn't afford the rent alone, so she had to move. Where'd she move? Back in with her parents. Her mom called me from my wife's phone, which I'd blocked, but not her mom's number yet. "Mom, my daughter is living in her childhood bedroom at 34 years old because of you." Because of her ultimatum, actually. "You make $6,000 a month. You could have just helped." Now she's embarrassed and broke. She threatened divorce if I didn't give away my inheritance. These are consequences. It's just a house. Houses aren't worth more than people. Then she should have thought about that before choosing her sister over our marriage. You're being vindictive. What about spousal support? You're just gonna leave her with nothing? The court will determine fair support. She'll get what's legally required. Legally required? She gave you 5 years. And I gave her 5 years, a home, support, and love. Then she demanded I give my house to her sister and threatened divorce. I'm not the bad guy here. My daughter is suffering. Your daughter made a choice. Now she's living with it. Blocked her after that. The mediation was a nightmare. Her lawyer pushed for 1. $2,000 a month spousal support for 3 years. 2. Half my retirement, standard for our state. 3. Half of all rental income from the house during our marriage. 4. The car, which I co-signed but we split payments on. My lawyer countered. 1. $800 a month for 18 months. 2. Half the marital retirement, fine, that's standard. 3. 0 rental income, separate property, separate account. 4. She keeps the car, I'm off the title. Her lawyer tried the whole "she can't survive on $800 thing. My lawyer: she's living rent-free with her parents and has minimal expenses. $800 plus her part-time income is $2,600 a month. That's adequate while she finds full-time work. Her lawyer: she shouldn't have to find full-time work. She's been part-time for years. My lawyer: by choice. She's 34, healthy, and has no dependents. My client isn't funding her lifestyle indefinitely. Judge ended up siding mostly with us. $1,000 month support for 2 years. Half the retirement, about $32K total. Each keeps their own car. Split the joint savings, about $4K total. I pay her attorney fees, $3,500. The house? Never even discussed. It was mine, period. My wife had to sign. Her lawyer probably told her she'd lose worse in court. But watching her face when she realized she was walking away with basically nothing, that the house she tried to give away to her sister was never even on the table, priceless. She looked at me, crying. Is this really worth it? Ending everything over this? You ended it when you made that ultimatum. I'm just finishing what you started. I didn't think you'd actually go through with it. That's the problem. You thought I was bluffing. Thought you could manipulate me into giving away my grandparents' legacy. You were wrong. She left sobbing. Her sister was waiting outside, saw her through the window. Her sister glared at me like I'd just murdered someone. Still don't care. Divorce finalized last week. Took about 3 months total. I'm in the house now. Tenants moved out last month. Their lease ended. They bought their own place. I'm fixing it up. Found my grandfather's original sketches for the furniture he built. There's plans for matching chairs to go with that dining table that he never finished. I'm learning woodworking to try and complete them. My ex sent one last desperate email. I know you hate me, but my sister is really struggling, about to be evicted. Could you please rent her the house at a reduced rate? For old time's sake? Deleted it. Blocked that email. Found out through friends that her sister's struggles include $700 a month car payment on a BMW she can't afford, regular girls' trips to wine country, a serious online shopping addiction. She's not struggling, she's bad with money, and somehow that was supposed to be my problem? Nah, my ex moved in with her sister. Yeah. After all that, they're roommates now. Her parents kicked her out after 6 weeks because she wasn't contributing to household expenses. The irony is beautiful. She wanted me to give her sister a free house. Now she's living with that sister, probably not paying rent there either. Can't make this stuff up. Update 3, final update because people keep asking how this turned out. It's been about 4 months since the divorce was finalized. Life's not perfect, but it's mine again. Fixed up the house. New roof cost me close to $9 grand, but it was necessary. The rental income I'd been stashing covered most of it. Found my grandfather's old woodworking tools in the garage. Spent the last few months teaching myself how to use them properly. Finally finished 2 of the dining chairs he'd planned. They're not perfect, but they're done. My ex tried one more time to get through to me. Showed up at the house about 6 weeks ago. I'd installed a video doorbell by then. Please, I just want to talk for 5 minutes. We're divorced, nothing to talk about. I made a mistake. I see that now. I was wrong about the house thing. Me cool. Have a nice life. Please, I miss you. I miss us. Can't we just start over? No. That's it? 5 years means nothing? Me 5 years meant something until you decided your sister's financial problems were more important than our marriage. I was just trying to help family. By demanding I give away mine. Yeah, I remember. You should leave now. The support payments end in less than 2 years. What am I supposed to do then? And there it was. The real reason for showing up. Get a full-time job. Figure it out. Not my problem. You're really just done? That easy? You made it easy when you threatened divorce. I just took you seriously. She left. Haven't heard from her since. But her sister? Oh man. Found out through the grapevine she got evicted 2 months ago. The BMW got repoed. She's been couch surfing ever since. And according to mutual friends, she's telling everyone it's my fault. Her logic. If I'd just given her the house, she wouldn't have money problems. My logic. If she had made better financial decisions, she wouldn't have money problems. We are not the same. She actually tried to leave me a 1-star review on my work profile on some professional networking site. Yeah, really. Claimed I was unethical in personal dealings or some nonsense. The site removed it for being personal and not professional. Her account got flagged. My ex's mom sent one final text. I hope you're happy. My daughter is struggling because of your selfishness. Didn't even respond. Just blocked it. But honestly, yeah, I am happy. We're getting there at least. The divorce cost me about $45,000 total. Retirement split, legal fees, spousal support so far. Worth every penny to protect the house and my peace of mind. Started seeing someone new, taking it slow. She thinks this whole story is insane. Brought over wine one night, and we sat at that dining table my grandfather made. She ran her hands over the joinery and said, "Someone who threatens to leave over you protecting this doesn't deserve you." Yeah, I'm keeping her around. My mom came by last weekend to see the chairs I finished. She got emotional. Your grandfather would be so proud of you. You think? I know, not just the chairs. Everything. You stood your ground. That hit different. Some people think I'm cold for how this went down, that I chose property over a person. They're wrong. I chose boundaries over manipulation. I chose my grandparents' legacy over entitled demands. I chose self-respect over being threatened into giving away what was mine. The house is just a symbol. Would I do it again? In a heartbeat. Would I be more careful about red flags next time? Absolutely. But would I ever give up this house to someone who demanded it? Never. To anyone dealing with similar situations, your inheritance is yours. Your boundaries matter. And if someone threatens to leave you for not giving away what's yours, let them walk. They're doing you a favor. House is paid off. Furniture's getting finished. Life's good. That's it. Thanks for following along, Reddit. I've got some chairs to finish.